or tend to a cesarean incision, to feed yourself and mentally prepare for going to the bathroom. And as your baby gets older, you need to get some exercise or see a friend or get a little work done. You could use a whole team of supporting actresses to help you regain your strength and equilibrium. You could use some attention. You need to be seen and nurtured with compassion, even if everyone else in your world is entirely focused on the baby. We want to pay attention to you so that you can bring some of your own attention back to yourself. In this book, every step of the way, we are thinking of you and how you are doing. Breathing space is not just one more thing. The self-improvement industrial complex works hard trying to convince you that now is the time to enter into an intense postnatal campaign. Your pants size, your pelvic floor, your sex life, you've just had a baby, and suddenly the world is telling you just how much there is to fix. We don't think there's anything to fix, not your abs and not your attitude. We want to help soothe your tired mind and tired body, work with you to practice pausing every now and again to tend and befriend yourself, the self you are in this present, messy and imperfect moment. Breathing space is about doing something, very small and very quick, that feels good right away and that takes almost no time at all, something you can do with your baby. Breathing space is about tuning into your body and breath, but even more than that, it is about noticing sensations and feelings, getting to know yourself as a mother. In the first year of a child's life, her body and mind are changing at a rate that is never reached again, and is not seen in any other living creature. But you are changing too. This is a time of profound transition, one that has the potential for amazing self-discovery. But it's a real challenge for a mother to give herself the chance to reflect on her own experience, her own feelings. There is so much information about how to get to know your baby. There are tips on attuning to her, sensing her needs, learning to distinguish a hungry cry from a wet diaper cry, something that, by the way, even with 5 children between us, we were never able to do. We're here to talk about finding yourself in motherhood so that you can grow into the mother you were meant to be, which is the only mother your baby needs. Breathing space is anti-advice. Advice has an odd way of making a new mother feel less capable, in the same way that just hearing the words "sleep while your baby sleeps" makes it nearly impossible to take a nap. We don't want to tell you what to do. There are more than enough books telling you how to be a better parent. It doesn't really matter if you use the 5 S's, push your baby in a stroller, or carry her in a baby wrap. What matters is what you are doing feels right for you and your baby. There are as many ways to raise a healthy child as there are cultures. In hunter-gatherer societies, 3-year-olds wield machetes. In Central Africa, the Efi women nurse each other's babies. All around the world, we see babies growing up to be competent and well-adjusted in their communities. Research shows that your satisfaction, your sense of competence and pleasure have a great impact on your child's sense of well-being. That satisfaction is what breathing space seeks to cultivate. In early motherhood, when you're faced with a vast array of advice, ideas, methods, and practices, the first question to ask isn't, "What should I do?" The first question is, "What will work for my baby and me?" Finding the answer to that question can take some time and experimentation, and it starts with noticing how you feel in the moment and what your baby needs now. When you discover how strong, capable, and resourceful both you and your baby are, decisions become easier. When you are able to read your own signals and those of your baby with less worry and more realistic expectation, you can begin to know and grow your mother self. But this takes a little while, and at first it's hard to figure out what your baby needs. When a friend of ours brought her 2-week-old baby to the pediatrician with a list of questions, the doctor just smiled at her and said, "You're the one who knows this baby best. What do you think?" Our friend thought, "What? I know her best? I hardly know her at all. This baby is screwed." While surely this pediatrician was trying to instill confidence in a new mother, his declaration had the opposite effect: panic. Getting to know your baby takes a while, but just because some things about him remain a mystery doesn't mean you aren't giving him just what he needs. Until the revolution. There are cultures in which postpartum mothers get attention and care, but contemporary American culture is not one of them. We live in a country with virtually no institutional support for new mothers.